Excuse me. I'm back. It's been a long 3 weeks since my last video. More than 3 weeks. And a lot has happened in those 3 weeks. As a matter of fact, the top rope review that I did was not supposed to be the final video that week. I was supposed to do an intensity review as well, and I was going to try to do whatever I could. But here's a bad thing. My computer broke. The hard drive just completely crashed. I won't tell you how, but I will tell you I was without my computer for a while, as it took a while for me to even actually go out and send the box. So I got it back yesterday, sent it to Staples for them to install their virus protection shield on it, and yeah, so I got my computer back, and now I am once again able to make YouTube videos. So for the first time in 3 weeks, hello viewers, my name is Zach Hardy, and this is a Unitards video. It is a professional wrestling video, and it is my WWE Hell in a Cell 2015 preview video. Now, this is just a quick little plug. If you want to have a summarized version of this video, or what I will be discussing in this video, or maybe it is just an article, so you will have to read it. It's not that long. It doesn't take that long to read. But if you don't want to have to sit through this video and you want to just go and read it on your own, a real summarized portion of it, go to unitards.weebly.com. There's unitards with one Z at the end, Weebly, WEEBLY.com, and go underneath the Pro Wrestling tab, and you will find an article that says WWE Hell in a Cell 2015 preview or prediction or whatever, and I guess my hopeful results or something like that. So I will also be reading portions of that throughout this preview, and giving you my thoughts on the matches, who I think is going to win, who I want to win. And I will be going in order of how I want the matches to play out, or at least how I think the pay-per-view, the matches on the pay-per-view should play out, or the order that they are placed into. But yeah. So, of course, is go to unitards.weebly.com, Pro Wrestling tab. The latest article as of right now is 5 USOB performers and their WWE counterparts, and I'll probably make a video on that soon. And then underneath that is Hell in a Cell 2015 predictions and preferred results. So the first match on the card is Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville versus Rusev, Sheamus, and King Barrett. Now I'm going to start out with the predictions on who I want to win, and who I want to win in this case is Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville. Oh, by the way, this background is back. My table and my stand here broke, so my computer no longer goes there. So you've got the usual iPhone view. Anyway, I would hope Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville would win. Why? Well, as I read here, because Dolph Ziggler deserves a clean victory, while Cesaro and Neville need a win to regain the momentum that they had earlier around the time of late August or early September. And after being fed to the Big Show, Cesaro needs to regain some momentum. And also, after being forgotten for a small while, Neville needs a win to get back into the crowd's eyes, since being out of sight for a while has meant that he has been out of mind for the same amount of time. Now, a big reason for why I think my prediction is true, and my prediction for the entire match is for Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville to win. The 3 reasons for why is A, I do have a feeling that Vince McMahon is still upset at Rusev and Lana for announcing their engagement over social media. King Barrett has also been a big curse to any performers that he has teamed up with since he began portraying himself as King Barrett, and the heels have been getting the upper hand for the past few weeks, which pretty much tells us the outcome of this match. The babyface, or the faces, will be getting their revenge on their respective rivals. There was a lot of discussion for all of these performers at some point in time this year. Cesaro, after having a couple of great matches with John Cena, looked to get a push, and then he was fed to the Big Show, who was then fed to Brock Lesnar, who will probably be shitting The Undertaker out as well this Sunday. Excuse me. Neville debuting on the main roster, and I believe 2 or 3 weeks into his debut, fought the WWE World Heavyweight Champion on Raw. Rusev, because of his engagement with Alana. Sheamus as Mr. Money in the Bank, he hasn't really been talked about. King Barrett, because of his gimmick just being absolutely shitty. And Dolph Ziggler, now that he has really no direction, as the whole Lana, Ziggler, Rusev, Summer Rae storyline has completely faded away. Excuse me for a second. But yeah, my prediction is for Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville to win, and I would hope that they won. Next match to predict is John Cena's United States Championship Open Challenge. Now, my hope to win is the Challenger. My prediction is for the Challenger to win. Now, why I think my prediction, not my hope to win, but my prediction, excuse me, is correct is because I feel as though the WWE knows that the United States Championship would be forgotten with it being held on John Cena for the remainder of the year, and they're probably going to be trying to keep that and prevent that from happening. I believe that the WWE is trying to halt John Cena from issuing open challenges on Raw and SmackDown in order to preserve the amount of decent, of decent challengers to choose from to place into the open challenge at Hell in a Cell. However, who do I think is going to be the challenger? Who could it be? Let me ask you this. Who? No. What opportunity, great opportunity, does this whole spot give? Excuse me. Well, I mean, there could be a debut or a return. There could be the return of some major stars. Hint, hint, Jeff Hardy. For fuck's sake, 6 years out of the business. Come on back to the winning company. Winning for the moment. We could get a debut. Maybe someone from NXT. Maybe someone like Finn Balor. But wait, no, wait, hold on. He is the NXT champion. He can't really be brought up yet. He still needs to drop that title. What about Samoa Joe? No, wait a minute. I don't think Vince McMahon would be too letting of someone that was not his creation take down his own creation. Apollo Crews? No. How about Sami? Is it no, not Sami Zayn. I have the perfect plan. What about Tyler fucking Breeze? What about Prince Pretty? What about the King of Cuteville? What about Tyler Breeze? Hey, everybody, look! It's Tyler! I can guarantee you that the NXT viewers in the audience at Hell in a Cell will no doubt pop for Tyler Breeze. They will go ecstatic to see Prince Pretty walk down that aisle, take a bunch of self-portraits with his iPhone, walking down his little pose or strut down to the ring, pose underneath the bottom rope, pose at the top rope. John Cena is going to underestimate him. You can play that off in this whole thing, and it'd be great for him to win because Tyler Breeze looks to be in a rivalry with Dolph Ziggler. So while John Cena's off television, you can have Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler compete for that United States Championship. Now, who is my hope to win this match? The challenger, of course. Why? Well, because with John Cena leaving the WWE for an extended time with the United States Championship, that would cause the championship to be forgotten by fans in its absence. You know what they say, out of sight, out of mind. Which would also ruin everything that John Cena has done for the championship over the past few months since winning it at WrestleMania 31. Now, the one who challenges John Cena, excuse me, Tyler Breeze, be able to have a great feud with him when he returns before the challenger retains the U.S. title in the end of the feud. John Cena doesn't get his win back. John Cena doesn't get the title back. And the challenger, Tyler Breeze, excuse me, sorry, Tyler Breeze. Whoa, sorry, hold on. Sorry, I'm sorry, Tyler Breeze. Shit. Anyway, that challenger, Tyler Breeze, would go on to defend it at WrestleMania 32, while John Cena goes on and does his, common burial ceremony with a rising star at the same damn event. Tyler Breeze, sorry. Anyway, next match. Charlotte versus Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship. My hope to win, Charlotte. I'll even keep this short. Why? Well, my reasoning is very simple to understand. I don't. Let me make that fucking clear to you. I do not want Nikki Bella to be our Divas champion again. The top female performer in the WWE should not have a body that consists of 95% silicone and plastic. That it should not. It should not look like her waist was crushed to half her size. Her ass should not look like it's got 50-inch seat cushions in them. Her tits should not be it gives her back problems in the future, and B, don't move or budge at all when even when she takes a bump. That should not be a Divas champion. That should not be the women's champion. That should not be your top performer or your most legendary female athlete in the business. It should be someone with wrestling background who can actually wrestle, can actually sell moves, can tell stories, and can do it with flair. And Charlotte is the perfect woman to carry around the top female championship. Now, my prediction to win, Charlotte. Why? Because I think the WWE is perfectly content with Nikki Bella being the longest reigning Divas champion, not women's champion, Divas champion. So they feel no need to put the championship back on the paper-thin waist of a woman made up of 95% silicone and plastic who goes by the name of Nikki Bella. My fucking punchline to the joke. Right there, unitars.weebly.com. Read it for yourself. This would probably lead into a Charlotte versus Paige feud for the Divas title, where Natalya would probably get involved, side with Charlotte, and put the odds even more against Paige. I like where it would be going. If the WWE puts the championship back on Queen Silicone, I'm going to flip. I will go to as far as burn the Capitol building of Hartford, Connecticut down. The WWE doesn't even encourage nor ask their female performers to get plastic surgery on any part of their body anymore. Why do they do it? I don't fucking know. I honestly have no clue. Maybe she didn't want. Maybe she wanted to stand out from her sister. Well, you know what? You could have just fucking worn tight ass leather shorts while your sister wore tight ass leather tights. Either way, Charlotte deserves to be the women's champion, so therefore she should beat this diva in Nikki Bella. Next match, Kevin. Oh, by the way, I probably got a lot of heat from a lot of Bella fans. Well, it's true, you pieces of shit. I wouldn't be surprised if her fucking cheeks were made up of 75% whatever couch cushion. fucking calf muscles probably been injected. Anyway, next match to review or preview is Kevin Owens defending the Intercontinental Championship against Ryback. Now, who do I hope will win? Kevin Owens. Why? Because Kevin Owens has done a great job with being an interesting heel Intercontinental Champion, and Ryback did a very underwhelming job as the same champion until Kevin Owens took him out of his misery. With an interesting heel character as Intercontinental Champion, the title can be brought back to promise and actually mean something again. I mean, and it hasn't meant anything or hasn't even been talked about since the design was turned into a white strapped shitty golden center plate pile of crap. What is my prediction for the winner of this match? Kevin Owens. Without a doubt. Why? Because it wouldn't even make much sense. Yes, even in Vince McMahon's eyes, for Kevin Owens to win the championship and lose it 1 month later to the same guy he defeated to take it in the first place. I mean, if Dean Ambrose couldn't hold on to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship for 2 weeks before losing it to Seth Rollins again earlier in this year just to be a transitional champion, what makes you think that those same rules wouldn't apply here? You know what? I also do like the thought of Kevin Owens as an Intercontinental champion. I don't like seeing Kevin Owens with that particular championship belt. I think this version of the Intercontinental Championship belt has been one of the shittiest title belts. Excuse me. We have seen in WWE in recent WWE history. Uh, you know, there's also very, very clear arguments made on the Divas Championship and the Spinner WWE Championship. Thank you, Dr. Thugonomic John Cena. The penny belts, the tag team championships, that I'll get to in a second here. I like Kevin Owens as Intercontinental Champion. I think he's bringing a lot of prestige back to the championship. I think he can bring promise back to the once legendary championship, with all these legends who have held the title and have defended it successfully and unsuccessfully. I think Kevin Owens can definitely bring that Intercontinental Championship back into the spotlight. Now, if only we can bring back a fucking better design. Can we lose this fucking crappy, pointy, rectangular, golden center plate pile of fucking human garbage out of the picture and bring back the fucking old belt? Bring back the actual Continental Championship belt. I didn't say Intercontinental. I meant Continental. That championship that Jeff Hardy held and Johnny Nitro held and Cody Rhodes held before, bringing this piece of shit into play. Title that R-Truth has held. Drew McIntyre has held. Wow, we've had a lot of shitty champions in recent past. And maybe this Intercontinental title is a curse to Kevin Owens. Let's not even think about that. You know what? Just bring back a new version of the Intercontinental title belt. And you know what? While you're at it, get rid of the fucking Divas title and bring back the Women's Championship. WWE, you steamy pile of human excrement. The fuck are you doing? It's crazy how the WWE, at one point goes through its phase, like teenagers in puberty would go through their rebellious stage or rebellious phase, or my first love broke up with me phase, etc. And here the WWE is on the equivalent of a period, a woman's period. They're on PMS every single time they change up something and nobody likes it. I mean, in 2009, they went through all these trouble and through a phase where they just got rid of all the good pay-per-views and made them all themed. It's shitty. And then they take away some great title belts and redesign some title belts. Ugh. I believe the United States Championship is the only championship belt on this roster that's design has not been changed since 2005. I don't count the Divas. I count the Divas title as a redesign of the Women's Championship because the Divas title is the successor to the Women's Championship. It does not deserve to be a female title. It deserves to be a shitty title, and classified as that. WWE goes through all these stages and goes through their PMS when nobody likes them. Vince McMahon, you fucking dumbass. And I doubt Vince McMahon is watching this video, but if he were, he'd probably say something like, oh, he doesn't mean that. He's just joking around. He doesn't actually think about it. Yeah, I do fucking think you're a dumbass. You think you know what you're doing, but you really don't. I mean, you have John Cena recapture wins every single fucking rematch he gets. You have him bury all your top stars. You keep the same fucking guys at the top of the food chain for the 20 years until they just can't go anymore. Vince McMahon, you're a pathetic piece of shit. I hope you know that. By the way, other companies exist. You may want to acknowledge that. Companies like Total Nonstop Action Wrestling and Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Dragon Gate, Lucha Underground. Just name a few. Northeast Wrestling, Ultimate Showcase Wrestling, bitch. Anyway, next up is the New Day defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Dudley Boys. I don't have a problem with this match, but I do have a problem with the build-up to it. Now, the New Day and the Dudley Boys have faced off so many times on Raw. They've touched so often that this match is just not worth paying for. It's just seemingly crappy. It's just a waste of time. You see the New Day face the Dudley Boys in one way or another, or one form of or another. Maybe the New Day faces the Dudley Boys with John Cena, or maybe one of the New Day members faces the other Dudley Boy member. It doesn't matter. You always have the New Day and the Dudley Boys facing off against each other on Raw, and then you expect people to pay to see them face off on pay-per-view when they've already seen it for free over and over and over again. I mean, I understand that Vince McMahon is seeing that ratings are low for Raw and he wants to do something interesting, but you've got to learn that you can find other ways to get Raw ratings up without giving away your headlining pay-per-view matches early and for free. And if I didn't have the WWE Network, like I didn't have the equivalent of a year ago, or even at this point in time last year, I didn't have the WWE Network, I'd still be telling you not to put those pay-per-view matches on television for free. I wouldn't. But who I would hope would win, the New Day. Why? Because the New Day is A, the most interesting group in the WWE right now, and B, without any doubt, or B, you can keep that going by keeping the WWE Tag Team Championships around their waists. Now, after all of the weeks that the New Day has conquered the Dudley Boys, what makes you think that, especially with the numbers game against them, the Dudley Boys winning the WWE Tag Team Championships after losing to their opponents multiple times in a row leading up to this match would make any logical sense? My prediction to win? The New Day. Why? Well, because Vince McMahon should know by now that the New Day is the most over group in the WWE. And he would be a fool, not that he already not that he isn't already a fool, but he'd be even more of a fool to take the most important group, put them in a match, and then take away the most important prize that that group has at the peak of their success. The pinnacle of their success. The New Day needs to win. As a matter of fact, if the New Day wins here, we don't have to have another match. The New Day won't have to have a rematch clause. The Dudley Boys already don't have a rematch clause, so they won't have at least 1 or 2 matches left in them. So, there you have it. Yeah. Next up is the Hell in a Cell match between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. Now, this entire feud has gone to shit. This entire feud has gone to shit. First, Bray Wyatt was so pissed at Roman Reigns for taking his spot that he brought his family into it. He made it personal. There are very few performers in a given promotion, USW involved in this as well, that can actually sell a personal plot line in wrestling. Yeah, in USW, there have been few attempts at making a rivalry personal to a degree. I've been included in one of those. And I mean, I have almost 8 years of experience with professional wrestling under my belt, so I can probably sell a personal storyline pretty well. And then there are guys like Cannon and Majigeta and Western Lane Yo-Yo Joe that can do that. But then there are also performers past and present in the WWE that can do that. John Cena has done that, both with Randy Orton and Edge attacking his family, his father. Edge has also done that. And Matt Hardy, Edge, and Kane have all done that at once, fighting over Lita. Matt Hardy, who dated Lita in reality, brought that on screen after Lita cheated on him in reality and on television. He brought his own personal life into there. And he fucked the WWE in the ass while doing it. Jeff Hardy, with, it may be part of the storyline, but his house being burnt down, or his feud with Matt Hardy in 2009, his house being burnt down, his dog passing away, his everything he owned being burnt down to crumbles, being attacked in a stairwell, being run off the road. Very few people can sell that kind of shit, can actually, keep a decent plot line going, and I thought Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt would be able to do that. Which is why I thought it was a clever attempt at making a personal storyline between these two. But then WWE, especially Vince McMahon, whether it was his idea, John Laurinaitis' idea, or Kevin Dunn's idea, pussied out. I don't like to use the word pussied out, or pussy in general. They wimped out. They pulled out too early. What? There's your fucking sex joke for this video. They pulled out too early. They had something going with Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns, something promising, something that would have gotten the fans to pay money to see. And instead of getting... I hope I don't disgust any viewers here. Before getting anywhere closer to climax, they decided to just pull out and do it themselves. It's always hard to say that kind of shit, especially on camera, whether I have pants on or not. But you had such a great storyline going, and you pulled out way before, or you stopped going in that direction way too early to decide whether or not this whole line was going to work. I don't know if it was to protect the WWE's image. I don't know if it was because TVPG programming, you couldn't really find many different appropriate ways to go about this storyline. But you had something great going, and now this end is just nigh here, and this match will probably be the end. Now, who is my hope to win? Bray Wyatt, of course. Why? Because Bray Wyatt has been doing absolutely nothing, and Roman Reigns has many different directions to go in, whether he wins or loses this match. So, by giving Bray Wyatt the final victory in this feud, you would have him at least give him multiple opportunities to get back at the popularity he had around a year and a half ago to this day. Roman Reigns is fine without a win here. He doesn't need to bounce back. As a matter of fact, Survivor Series, he's probably going to challenge Seth Rollins for the fucking world title. That's probably why they had that whole Shield bullshit on Raw. But anyway, who is my prediction to win? Just knowing the WWE, knowing Vince McMahon in general. Yeah, I don't fucking know Vince McMahon in general. So before you go asking me to get him to change the product, I don't fucking know him personally. But I know his booking mentality. And from his booking mentality, all signs point to Roman Reigns winning this match. Why? Well, the first prediction in this article that does not match the outcome of my desired result is the one that could make or break a man's future in WWE. Now, this is written in capital letters, so I'm going to yell it. Roman Reigns does not need to fucking defeat Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell 2015. Roman Reigns does not need to defeat Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell 2015. But since Vince McMahon cannot help but swoon over Roman Reigns and his magical muscles that bring him money and money and money and money and money and money and money, it's a safe bet to choose the future face of the WWE over the former Eater of Worlds, now loser in a rocking chair for this Sunday's Hell in a Cell match. However, if Dean Ambrose is in the corner of Roman Reigns and the Wyatt family is in the corner of Bray Wyatt, my prediction could very well be changed by the end of their match on Sunday. Before the end of their match. So if the Wyatt family is involved over Dean Ambrose, I may be able to choose Bray Wyatt as my prediction. But for fuck's sake, please put Bray Wyatt over. Anyway, next match. Seth Rollins defends the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against monsters / demons / corporate / buttfuck / pasty / toothpaste / bloke Kane. And if Kane were to lose, corporate Kane would be relieved of his duties as director of operations. My hope to win, it's not really my hope, but I wouldn't want, but I would have Kane win. Now, before you break your electronics, I said, take this into consideration. Believe me when I tell you, I do not want Kane to be the World Heavyweight Champion. I do not want Kane to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But if it means a character development for Seth Rollins, I will have to deal with it. Because it's much better to have Kane hold the big title belt that really means nothing at this point in time, I remind you, for a couple of weeks in order to get Seth Rollins out of the chicken shit heel role we have him in. Now, let me ask you this. Would you rather have Seth Rollins continue to stay a punk-ass bitch World Heavyweight Champion and have him beat Kane? Or would you rather have Kane hold the title for a couple of weeks, have it mean absolutely nothing, and have Seth Rollins get away from that utterly annoying bullshit chicken shit heel role? How exactly would that happen? Here's how. My reasoning for why I would hope Kane would win would be because with Kane winning the match, it can allow Triple H to turn on Seth Rollins and kick him out of the Authority, whilst beating Rollins down so badly he's taken off television for a while. But when he returns, he will return as a face and exact revenge on the Authority for their betrayal. Now, what's my prediction to win? Or who is my prediction to win? Well, of course, it's Seth Rollins. Here's my description for why. Okay, so Kane may still be on top after over 20 years, but Vince McMahon would be stupid as shit to put the WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the devil's favorite bloke, Kane. All events over the past weeks that lead up to this pay-per-view point to Kane being relieved from his duties as the director of operations with a sincere pedigree and sledgehammer to the skull. Seth Rollins will still be the cowardly heel world champion, but will eventually turn face to prove that he only needs himself to become the man that this promotion revolves around, even if that means taking a sledgehammer to the head from Triple H, who would also take his finisher back. Please. I'm sick and tired of seeing Seth Rollins with the damn pedigree. For fuck's sake. No! No more pedigree for you, Seth. No. Go back to stomping people's faces into the fucking mat. Let them eat the canvas. And if you have to take a giant 10-foot RKO from a Missouri native, damn it, you do that to give the fans the most realistic finisher in the business. Thank you. Now, the main event. Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. The Phenom, The Undertaker, versus the Beast incarnate, Brock. Sorry, hold on. Brock Lesnar. All right, that's the best I can do. That's the best I can do without my throat exploding. Although a lot of people would love that. My hope to win is Brock Lesnar. Why? Because this could lead to Brock Lesnar grabbing the torch that The Undertaker passes down to him, holding it for a couple of years before eventually leaving, and being challenged by new, fresh talent that want the torch all to themselves. Now, The Undertaker held the undefeated streak at WrestleMania, and when he held that streak, everybody wanted to take that away. So now with Brock Lesnar being a beast who cannot be taken down, now with The Undertaker's torch, that's what everybody wants to take away. So The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar and the torch is going to be the equivalent of The Undertaker and the undefeated streak. Everybody wanted to be the one to say, I grabbed it. Brock Lesnar grabbed the streak from The Undertaker. Who's going to grab the torch from Brock Lesnar? Now, what's my prediction to win? Brock Lesnar. Would I be surprised if The Undertaker won? No, because Vince McMahon is a stupid dipshit. But I think Brock Lesnar will win. Why? Well, because Brock Lesnar is too over with the audience to lose to The Undertaker. And he is also too much of a beast to lose in the most barbaric structure created known to man. At least in professional wrestling fans' eyes. And being able to walk away to keep the beast moniker. The Undertaker has had a great run and can get his win back at Survivor Series by putting someone over in his, presumably final match. I'm sorry. He can get his win back against some bloke at Survivor Series before putting someone over. Before putting someone over in what is presumably his final match at WrestleMania 32 before retiring into the Hall of Fame. Brock Lesnar would then have the torch and would give everyone a single opportunity. One single opportunity. Not like Triple H, who got 3 shots at the Undertaker's streak. Not Shawn Michaels, who got 2. I believe the Big Boss Man got 1. CM Punk got 1, yes. So, no. DX, you don't get another shot. Now, all of that would probably lead to Brock Lesnar passing the torch to a new performer at WrestleMania 34 when he presumably or possibly leaves the WWE. So, that's that. Now, if you would like to see another article relating to Hell in a Cell 2015, go to unitards.weebly.com, and underneath that Hell in a Cell 2015 preview and possible outcome or whatever, there's an article that I wrote yesterday called Hell in a Cell 2015 matches, the actual matches versus what the matches should be, where I run down all the matches. Like, for example, some of them I would say what it should have been, keep it the same. But like, for the example, the Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville versus Rusev, Sheamus, and King Barrett match, I would write underneath it what it should have been, Cesaro and Neville versus King Barrett and Sheamus, and then I give reasons why, etc. So if you want any more to read, go to unitards.weebly.com, go underneath the pro wrestling section. It'll be to the right of the Hardy Yak tab, and to the left of the About the Staff tab at the top. I believe it'll be the 6th tab from the left and the 3rd from the right. That includes the More button. And there's a lot of good shit here. I think you'd like reading this crap, and there's more shit to come. So Anyway, guys, that is my review. I don't know if anybody was actually watching this. Might as well go to YouTube right now. Find out. Card. Was this monetized? Hey, I've got the chat back. All right. And nope. Nope. I can put faces? Okay, sweet. Let me, that's weird. Is there a middle finger? Is there a middle finger button? No, this is close enough, right? Yeah, it's close enough. Hey, it's a pink middle finger. Why not? Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for me here. Jake, what a return to YouTube. It's incredible. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry for that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, favorite, and... I'm gonna fix this. Hold on. Hey guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was my Hell in a Cell 2015 preview. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. I'm Zach Hardy, signing off.